the girl running in a group. She had a high-speed motor in a 40 Ford coupe. She had a racing cam and a supercharged. Look at Buddy, hot rod at large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod. She's my hot rod.
Chrysler, we got some more recalls to talk about. Believe it or not, there's a bunch this week. I don't know. It's all of a sudden incorrect transmission calibration causes a stall. Now this is all computerized stuff. It's a 2019 Jeep Cherokee. Now what if this 29 Jeep Cherokee was your autonomous car that drives you everywhere, or was an Uber that picked you up and it stalls? What do? You call for another computer. I guess. It won't be long they'll be able to fix it over the air. It'll all be Wi-Fi. So there really won't be much problem. As long as you're not doing 60 mile an hour when it craps out on you. We have some factory recalls we need to talk about. These are recalls that they're going to do because they gotta. These are recalls that are coming. I always do this, all right? I always do this because these are the recalls that all of a sudden you'll hear the NHTSA next week or the week after come up to. But these are the recalls that are coming, I'm telling you right now. 928 Car Guys, if you want to talk to Big George the Carguy, I can straighten out whatever problem you're having with that car of yours. Just let me know. It's not a big deal. Really not. Not to me. Hyundai is recalling over 10,000 2017 and 2018 Ioniq. I guess it's Ioniq. It's IONIQ. I don't know how you say that correctly. Ioniq. Oh, well. It's that model hybrid that they have in Hyundai for a power relay in the vehicle's inverter system that changes AC to DC, yada, yada. That system in its shorts. And we all know what that causes. The thing we don't talk about in front of T-Rex. Or E-Rex, as it turns out. He likes to play with matches, too, this guy. What is it with these dinosaurs and their matches? Be careful what you do around these guys. Over 10,000 Chrysler Pacifica 2017 to 18 plug-in hybrids are being recalled over a bad powertrain module that causes electrical, you-know-whats, when the batteries go low enough to restart the gasoline engine. That's the theory of the hybrid. The gas engine is not running. You're running off the battery. As the battery runs low, the computer gets a signal and fires up the gas engine. Now you're driving with a gas engine. And it's in the process, of course, of recharging the battery, too. But you still got to plug it in when you get home. Well, when that happens, they have a problem. And they have a, you-know-what, when that electrical goes too low. The design is there, but there's still a few glitches out there. Trust me, boys and girls, there's still a few glitches out there. And a hybrid still runs on gasoline. But again, we're going to start with this electrical stuff. I'm going to tell you right now, if your car's all electric, don't think you're ecology-minded. Because that electricity has to come from somewhere, and it's usually a coal-fired plant. So think about that. Last week, Subaru recalled 140,000 2012 to 2013 models. So these are 4, 5, and 6 years old, 7 years old, for a faulty internal engine component that may cause a stall when it fails. It's got a problem in the cylinder head system where it breaks valve springs and stuff, and it can break more than one, and it will make the engine stall. This actual recall covers about 400,000 models globally, as well as 80,000 Toyotas that use the same engine as the Subaru. But there's 140,000 models right here in this country of Subarus. I don't know, no word on if any of the Toyotas here use that motor. I don't think so. Actually, I don't. NHTSA launched a probe into whether GM should recall an additional 1.7 million SUVs and crossovers built from 2010 to 2016 for faulty wiper system. This is on top of the 367,000 that they recalled 2 years ago in 2016. We reported on this. They had a faulty wiper system, and they would, and of course, they're only going to lock up or go to pot on you when it's raining, because that's the only time you use them. You wouldn't know if they were bad otherwise. So the common sense tells you got to get this fixed. 2010 to 2016, and they have launched a probe, and guess what? That recall's coming. There'll be another 1.7 million vehicles involved in that wiper recall. That's a lot of windshield wipers, man. Wow. 928 car guys. If you want to talk to us, give me a buzz. We're here. We're here to talk to you. Ford Motor Company is amending its recall on the Focus. We talked about a week ago? I think it was. They are amending their Ford or Focus recall report to the NHTSA. It seems the actual supplier of that defective purge valve that we talked about last week, and I told you what a purge valve does, was the Bosch Corporation. They said, I don't know, maybe they said they made it. I don't know who. They made a false report, didn't put the right manufacturer down. And when they said the Bosch Corporation, of course, it trips another trigger. If the other red flag goes up, because the Bosch Corporation is the company that brought you or made the defeat device in the computers that gave us Stinkygate. So right away they're looking at this and they're saying, Bosch again, huh? Bosch. Bad guys? What do you think? All right. This is not good. On top of the family of the woman in Utah who is suing, the woman who was using her Tesla's autopilot. This autopilot thing, this is why they quit using it and turned it off, when she crashed into the rear of a fire truck. I remember that story. I remember I reported it to you. This week, a man, Sean Hudson, in Florida, is suing Tesla because his Model 3 rammed into a Ford Focus that was stalled on the Florida Turnpike. Apparently, his autopilot doesn't work so pretty good anymore. This is why Elon had to take the autopilot down, had to get rid of it. That's just the way it had to be. There was no two ways about it. That's what happened. Speaking of Tesla, the company acknowledged this week that they have received a subpoena from the U.S. Department of Justice. This is related to their forecast of the Model 3 production stats. Seems they suspect a misstated information was used to mislead the stockholders. We've talked about this. You know how I feel about Elon, and I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just telling you, Chuck Pullen, I'm sorry, but Elon is just not, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But it is what it is. Safety systems are great for us, the car owner. Of course, except when we're paying for them up front, which we pay for. We pay a lot for them. Trust me, the price of cars is up there because the price of metal didn't go up that much. The price of paint didn't go up that much. The electronics and the safety features are they expensive. And, you know, when a new deal came out just last week, AAA did a study and has determined that the new safety systems will more than double the cost of repairs after a crash. In other words, when you go to the body shop, first of all, it's got to be a body shop that's high-tech, got all the latest stuff. Plus, this is what some of the parts cost. Consider this. One of the front camera sensor on your car, $1,900. The rear radar sensor, $2,000. The front radar sensor, $1,300. That's just to start with. Then what if one of the airbags goes off? Yow. The cost of repairs, it's unbelievable what it's going to cost with all the new electronics on these cars to repair them. 928 car guys, if you want to weigh in on this stuff, because it's affecting you and it's affecting the price you're going to pay for your next car. I mean, it is. Well, the Consumer Reports recommended list is out. And some vehicles that had made the list in previous years, well, apparently they've fallen out of favor. The Tesla Model S does not break my heart. The ever-popular Honda Odyssey are the two that stand out. Tesla Model S and the Honda Odyssey are the ones that stand out with me. The Honda Odyssey is quite a popular vehicle. It's the mom soccer van. It's right up there with the Chrysler Pacifica. the soccer mom van of the year in America. But they're citing safety and manufacturing snags. AAA is. Not AAA, consumer. The Odyssey has had recommended status for at least the last 5 years, and they have fallen off the list. Rounding out the list of the ones that have fallen off the list, these are cars that are not recommended by Consumer Reports. BMW X1 and X3. Ford Fusion, believe it or not. What a great car. Genesis G90. Ugh. Honda Clarity. Kia Credenza. Not a bad vehicle. Lincoln MKZ. What a great vehicle. I'm driving that Edge. Mazda CX-3 and Mercedes E-Class. That's the expensive ones. These guys are not recommended anymore by your Consumer Reports advocates. Hello. What do you suppose are they cutting corners? Trying to cut costs? I don't know. If you're interested, I don't know if you are. I personally don't care. Elon Musk says the Tesla will have its new automatic parking upgrade ready in 6 weeks. When they say upgrade, does that mean free computer programming? How are they going to is that going to be for the new cars, not the ones that you already have? I thought they were talking about retrofitting the Tesla to have automatic parking. Now, is that a software upgrade? The sensors should all be there. They should have all that stuff. At least they're supposed to. The automatic pilot, of course, has been dismantled over the airways. If you have a Tesla and it has automatic pilot, it doesn't. So whatever you paid for that automatic pilot, I believe it was about $9,000, you should get a refund, okay? Because they went on Wi-Fi or whatever. They went over the airways and canceled it, shut it off so you couldn't use it because they were getting sued too many times. Sorry to say. What are you going to do? 928 Car Guys, if you want to weigh in on any of this, you just let me know. Or if you got a problem with your car, you give me a call. We can handle it. A Chinese robotics company, HTI Cybernetics, is announcing an investment of $20.6 million to expand its suburban Detroit headquarters. I'm telling you, Detroit, its headquarters serves the Detroit automakers, and this new expansion will create 100 new tech jobs. Are these the welder robot jobs that make all the failed welds I report on? That's the kind of company, they're going to have robots. These are the ones that can't weld. Every time we turn around, we're getting a recall on something that's not welded correctly. Hello? Well, it is what it is, guys. 928 Car Guys. Claiming they will bring it back next year, Cadillac is suspending their all-new subscription program. That's the program where you pay like $2 or $3 grand a month, and everything is free. You never have to pay anything for maintenance and wear and tear on your car. It's all free. Really? $3 grand a month for a brand new car? What do I got to do for $3 grand a month for a brand new car? What kind of money I got to spend there? Well, anyway, Cadillac spokesman Andrew Lipman, that sounds like a good spokesman name, Lipman, said Book by Cadillac is what they call it, is not canceled, but on hold for a while we make some changes. I don't understand a subscription program on a brand new car. What an oil change? I'm going to pay $3 grand a month for oil changes until the car's out of warranty? Give me a break. Uber has asked the state of Pennsylvania for permission to restart their autonomous vehicle testing. This after Uber stopped all their autonomous vehicle testing over 7 months ago because of a deadly crash in Arizona. They just quit. Well, hopefully all the glitches have been repaired. And in a partial report to the NHTSA, Uber said its new testing will include 2 live employees in the front seat. So they're going to test their autonomous, but they're not real sure about it. They're going to put a couple of guys in the front seat to make sure there's no crashes. That's what you do when you're not sure what you did, or if you did it right, or if you even came close to doing it right. We'll see. Lyft, that's the company, the ride sharing company, has acquired London-based Blue Vision Labs. This is just to speed up their autonomous program. And they have unveiled a Fusion hybrid as their vehicle of choice. Now, I just heard Fusion was off the recommended list. I also thought Ford was getting rid of the Fusion, keeping the Focus. But anyway, they have a Fusion hybrid as their vehicle of choice for testing. We'll see what happens. Blue Vision Labs. It's someplace out of London, England. The newest, strangest bedfellows, and you're going to like this, Pizza Hut and Toyota have slid into bed together. Yes, they have. They are designing a Tundra pickup with a modified bed, and my Rex boys will love this because they're young and they love pizza pie. They've gone to bed with Pizza Hut. They are designing a Tundra pickup with a modified bed that will be an automated, robotic pizza factory run by robots and delivered autonomously. So when you call, they will send this truck on its way, and while the truck is on its way there, it'll make you a pizza pie. And when it gets there, you stick your credit card in, pull it out, the window opens, and here's your pie. What? Made by a robot. Now ask me this. You got to answer me this. How does the robot throw that dough up in the air and spin it like that? Can a robot do that? I suppose. What if... You're losing me on this one, guys. Toyota, you're losing me on this one. And Pizza Hut. You're going to let your dough get thrown up in the air like that by a mechanical arm? This is a pizza robotic factory. And this is not a joke. Swear to you, this is real. Your pizza's going to, when you call, you're talking to a truck. And it's going to make you, your pizza in its back end. It's in the back of the bed, they're going to have a pizza factory, robotic. And there'll be little robots back there putting pieces around and throwing it up in the air. But by the time it gets to your house, hot and fresh, right then and there. I want to know how you're going to power a pizza oven hot enough to cook a pizza with a 12-volt system. Or maybe it'll be a 36-volt system. I just don't get it. But I know I like my pizza hot and fresh, and by golly, I'll try it.